Live from the Stutzman Athletic Complex and right next to the Weast Band Camp. It is Sports Allegedly, episode 130, where everybody on the fantasy football transaction board has gone crazy.
Welcome. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this 130 episode of Sports Allegedly.
Yeah, because we started off camera, and then...
That's right. Sean to the right. I'm Kenny. Thanks for joining us.
We used to have more people.
Thanks for joining us today. We'll have more
sad,
guests. We need to get our
seat.
number back.
The number's back.
Oh, okay, good.
With the sad, lonely seat over there waiting on
That's
Preston.
good to know. We'll use that number next week.
I told you we had
I
that.
forgot. Anyway. All right, well, thank you for joining us. We've got a great episode. We'll condense it in a short amount of time because we've got places to be. But we'll obviously talk about last week's OU Auburn game, what a thriller it was. We'll highlight
what a controversy it was. It's not a controversy, but it is a controversy.
We'll talk about that. Obviously, we'll go over our pick 6, which actually was a pick 7 last week because we did an extra pick. We'll go over our college picks. We'll talk about this week's slate of college football games, which looks amazing. I'm even more excited about tomorrow's slate of games than I was last week. And then we'll go over our NFL picks.
Yeah, they need to do better about staggering those games to have excitement every
It's tough. It's
every
tough.
week.
It would be tough to do that. But I'll have my generous rant later. And
ladies and gentlemen, the generous rant.
But let's talk about what the big news. And it wasn't John Mateer's thumb injury. His
Was it the
surgery.
thumb?
Yeah, it was thumb.
I just saw it was hand injury.
Yeah, it is.
So we got a week off, and then we got Kent State. Or OU has a week off, then they have a Kent State, and then they go into the Red River shootout, and he should be back for the game after that.
Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's talk about the big news, though. That wasn't the big news. I was just
saying for John Mateer, he should be back.
Up to a month. But we'll talk a little bit. Let's get to Mike Gundy. Obviously, Mike Gundy fired this week.
Yeah, after a 19-12 loss to Tulsa, where they didn't score until the fourth quarter. And, I mean, they had 3 in the first, and that was it. I don't know how Tulsa held them scoreless for 2 quarters. And and I ask you the question, do you consider this Trey Lamb's marquee victory?
I mean, it's his 4th game of his early career, so yeah, I mean, it's his big one. Tulsa's not very good.
Well, no, because they're rebuilding again.
Yeah, and Oklahoma State just did everything to give them weight. So let's talk about the game. Obviously frustrating for the fans, and there was a lot of people calling for Gundy's head. There's the rational ones are probably going, hey, maybe give him another year. You got to remember college football playoff 2 years ago by 1 yard. Mm-hmm. That OSU would have been in the college football playoff. So I think it's a bit crazy for the normals fans to go, okay, let's fire mid-season. But then you had the other side, and that other side became louder and louder.
Yeah, that was the money side.
And I think it was the regents that had dealt with them before.
There's a lot going on at Oklahoma State right now because you have an AD who doesn't have a contract, and you have a coach who went winless in the Big 12 last season, and just lost to Tulsa at home for the first time since it was Oklahoma A&M, and first loss to Tulsa since '98. I mean, that right there. Nail in the coffin.
No, I think it was, you watch the game, and the thing that the big takeaway I came out with that OSU game was there was more talent on Tulsa's side.
Tulsa has Oklahoma State's old running back.
Yeah, but I mean, there was just overall, you could just see there was more talent. The OSU was really low on just overall talent. OSU's always going to have 4 or 5 guys that's playmakers. You always could count on
OSU. You can
generally on this offensive side.
OSU's side, you can always count on a wide receiver and a running back.
Yeah,
not always a great quarterback, but a mid quarterback that can get you through.
Correct.
You always have great wide receivers, great running backs, and on the defensive side, you have a decent linebacker or defensive lineman that comes out of there.
Yeah, and
about every season.
And they just didn't have anything. And I think after this, the loss, the Oregon thing was bad because that was a drubbing. Gundy ran his mouth, and he shouldn't have. And then they ran up the score on him, no doubt. Then you turn
I
around
was Lanning
and
just
you come back
saying,
to
hey, you're giving us these opportunities.
Yeah.
We're gonna
You
take
come
them.
back home to a Tulsa team that was 1-2. They had beat Central.
They had blown
Abilene
it.
or
Well, they
something.
had been leading. Yeah, they had been leading against Navy up into the fourth quarter and lost that game. I believe their only win was Abilene Christian, wasn't it?
Yes.
They had lost to New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Barely. I think that game was very close as well. But then, they're leading into the fourth quarter against a very good Navy team and blow it there. Not as good as last year, the last two seasons Navy has been, but still a very good Navy team. And then
also
Tulsa took control of this game and just never let up.
Well, you got to think about that too. It was 19-3 after the third quarter. OSU did score those 9 points, and they did kind of show some life at the end of the game, but
a little too late.
And statistically, everything was pretty close, except third down efficiencies. They were 4 of 15, 1 of 4 on fourth downs, but everything else was about the same, and then time of possession.
So, do you believe that he should
Tulsa
have been,
had over 10 minutes?
Do you believe he should have been fired?
Yeah, no. I think. Well, okay. So,
would you have believed to let him finish out the season to see if the team developed?
There's there is some theories going around right now. Some bystanders say that he was allowed to coach the end of the season, and he said no, he's not going to do it. You retire at the end of the year, you finish coaching out this year.
Oh, so they were.
That's rumors that said, hey, you'll do it. He chose not to. He's like, well, if you're going to fire me, then just you're done. I'm out right now. You fire me,
Correct.
You pay me the buyout. That was the other side. So.
And he did. I sent you the text where he did talk to his team and he said, "I'll be here for you."
Yeah. I mean,
I'll still be here for you when you need it.
But I think it's a little Dabo Sweeney like. I think they're kind of slow to get accustomed
Dabo won
to
national
Neil.
Titles.
I know, but look
title or titles.
But look what they've done since the Neil era. They've
Absolutely.
Dramatically dropped off. And it's
what?
Two programs that don't have a lot of. I mean, they got money. When I say don't have a lot of money, don't take it that way.
Tulsa's
incomparable.
Money, but the way Tulsa's money, and I've explained this before, the way Tulsa's money is spent, it's spent for those departments. So, if somebody were to donate a large sum to the athletic, it goes straight to the athletic. Unlike Oklahoma State, where it's donated to a department, and then Oklahoma State just sifts through all that money, and when it finally gets back to a lower department, or what they see as a lower department like the arts, there's barely any money left.
Sure.
But Oklahoma State should have enough boosters.
Well, they do. I mean, they're paying them out.
They should have enough money for these guys to be able to pay for the NIL.
And you also think about all the new assistants they brought in this year got 2-year contracts. So they'll have to pay them out as well. They'll finish this year and then be gone next year. So
possibly, unless one of you don't think Grantham or
Meacham is the interim right now. They play Baylor this weekend. I think they were, last I looked, 17.5-point underdogs. Underdogs.
No.
And I don't foresee them maybe to even win a game this year left. Now, how is the team going to come out? I don't know.
You think they're going to be one and how many games?
Well, Baylor at Arizona. Houston comes to Oklahoma State, Cincinnati, Texas Tech, Kansas State, Kansas, UCF, Iowa State. I don't see a lot of wins there.
Especially since UCF's better.
They look like they're going to be better.
They turned back around.
And I think they've already got 4 wins. And their over-under is 5.5. Oh, excuse me. But no, that was it. That's the big news.
Well,
but what was 170 and 90 over 25 years,
Correct.
I believe?
Correct. So last season he was 3-9, 0-9 in the Big 12. The year before that, 10-4, 7-2 in the Big 12. The 2022 season, 7-6, 4-5. They lost the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. They went 12-2 in 2021 and 8-1 in conference, and finished second.
Correct.
And won the Fiesta Bowl. I think that's their largest bowl, unless you want to count.
Was that Gundy's worst record last year besides his first one?
I
think.
Believe.
I want to say he won 3 or 4 games his first year.
4 and 7.
4 and 7. So that was yes.
Yeah, that was his worst because that's when he took over that Les Miles team
the ragtag crew
that ran away. Most of the players just took off.
Well, and another thing, you look at the number of 10-win seasons. I was looking at 10-3, 10-3, 10-3. That's 15, 16, and 17. And then you've got 21, 23, 12-2, 10-4. And
It was never really a consistent 10-win season, though.
no, I mean you saw where they would lose.
2014, he dropped to 7-6. 2012, 8-5.
Then you had the COVID year,
In
obviously.
2018, 7-6. 2019, 8-5. 2020, 8-3.
But I mean, for OSU, winning
2022, 7-6.
8-9, and there's a lot more 9, 10, 11 wins than there's 7 and 6.
No, there are, but like I said, he wasn't consistent with the.
And
10-win
they lost
seasons.
a bunch of people after that 21 season.
Well, the fact that he kept Ollie Gordon for so long was very surprising.
After the 23 season, where they almost made the playoff, it was just unfortunate. 102-72 in conference, so that means he only lost 18 times out of conference, which is pretty impressive if you take your record that way. And that means he was at what was that non-conference? He was that'd be what 68 and 18. Is that how you count that?
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Pretty impressive. 68 and 18 non-conference. Not that they always played anybody that was super crazy, but still. But anyway, I know that Kale had an interview with some radio station, and he mentioned that Gundy, his brother, is going to coach again somewhere. And
Do you think he goes to a lower school?
I think he picks a Florida school, not the Florida, but a Florida type school.
Or does he go
Somewhere
back
in
to
the
being?
South.
Does he go back to being an assistant?
No,
and then,
he's a head coach.
or like some of the coaches do, they go in and become advisors and then go back and be head coaches.
Nope. I think he'll take this year off, maybe next, but you can't get too far out of the game. He's going to be like a Dan Mullen type deal. I think he goes and does TV, maybe for a year or two, and then comes back.
Possible. I'd like to see where he comes back to. What program he's going to have to breathe life into. Or is he the way that he is that going to scare somebody off?
I think it will scare some of the bigger schools off. It'll scare some of the bigger schools off, because I do believe at times he was quartered by bigger programs.
He's got that big ass house there too.
It's for sale.
No.
It was.
Mike would never do that.
It was.
Mike, how dare you?
So what'd you think? Fire him now? Wait to the end? What? Or should you?
I was gonna say, let him finish out and then let him go.
Gotcha.
But Michael Ray did what he had to do. He did. I guess he did the way that he is. He did what he was gonna do. Hey, we'll let you finish out the season, but at the same time, why the hell would I want to? I'm Mike Gundy. Just pay me, and I'll leave.
I think that's how that probably went. Now, that's like I said, that's one side of the story coming out is, no, I'm not going to retire at the end of the year. If you don't want me here, you're going to fire me now.
Yeah.
And that's
you don't want me here, just tell me. I'm gone.
So. Okay, right. Well, future coaches to be looking at, there's a lot of names that have popped up.
G.J. Kinney, Klein. I know not Mateer.
Jeff
Arbuckle's been brought up.
Yeah, he ain't taking that job. Jeff Traylor.
Jeff Traylor
from UTSA. I think you go and you hire GJ. That'd be my pick. He's already been a head coach. Not that Colin Klein would be a bad choice. I think he's going to be up there anyway. But he's not been a head coach before. GJ has.
Are you saying they need a head coach now?
Not necessarily, but
like
would you feel more comfortable with hiring someone that's already been a head coach?
A lot of these programs just end up taking guys.
So, I know.
They take them and they see how they go.
But I think that this guy.
We know Zach's not coming.
No.
Well, everybody needs to get over that unless they pay him, and then they won't have any nil money.
The only thing that I'm thinking though is, Atlanta has started off really bad offensively. They already fired their wide receivers coach.
Well, and they already moved.
And then moved passing game coordinator or something.
They moved Zach down to the field.
Yeah.
He's no longer in the box. Stop eating your fingers.
So no, got dadgums. Cut myself.
I'll figure it out later.
Don't bring it up. No one would have noticed.
Everybody can see it. You just over there with your thumb.
Well, no, I got to thinking. That's what I do when I'm thinking.
Oh, is that your thinking?
Yeah, my thinking finger. No, my thumb. No, I think that I think you would, if I was in their shoes, if you've got two guys that are pretty quality candidates, and you feel good about both of them, I would lean towards that guy that's already been a head coach, even though it's a smaller program.
That's true.
And I think GJ, this is his second program.
Where's he at right now? He is
Texas State. But where was he at? Incarnate Word before? Is that what it was? Now, did him and Arbuckle work together? Did they match up on that time or not? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
And also, got to remember, he's also a Tulsa guy. GJ was at Tulsa.
Yeah.
So.
All right, let's jump on to OU Auburn.
Dun, da, da, da.
That's enough Gundy talk because we are in a hurry.
So, that OU game. So, my nerves, a little nervous that day.
I think we all were.
Then I traveled, went to Kansas City, watched baseball. And
you were texting during the whole game.
Yes, so I listened to it on the radio. Got to see a little bit at the end when we checked into the hotel. I just, it's so nice to have a defense now, and we've talked about this, and it took 4 years. We kind of been wondering, where the hell's it at?
What would have been nice would have been invited to Legoland.
They have a legitimate defense now. It's not one that scares you and goes, okay, the first 3 games, they look really good. How many years have we done this?
A couple.
And then game 4, first opening, tougher conference game, even if it was Iowa State or somebody, it's like, oh my God.
I said last year we had a good defense, but our offense was inept and couldn't, the defense would put them in a position to get, but the offense would not move.
That was the worst offense we had since John Blake.
Oh, don't bring that up. Don't bring that guy up.
So
worst hire. Never should have been hired.
Snellenberger was the worst hire.
No. Snellenberger beat Texas. John Blake didn't.
Yeah, but Texas when they were back. What? Did he beat him or was it a tie?
It was beat.
Oh, okay.
Because I got the Bevo shirt.
I got you.
Where they're barbecuing Bevo.
Oh, okay. So anyway, pull up stats on this one. 24-17. Obviously some controversy about the one quarterback that apparently they already talked to the refs about, and the refs are cool with it, so we need to stop
Quarterback?
that.
No, it was the play.
Not the quarterback. I meant the...
it was the play.
The wide receiver. Yeah.
But it wasn't just the wide receiver, it was the play, the entire play. Because apparently before the game, you have to go over with the refs any sort of play that involves tomfoolery.
Yes.
Like flea flickers, halfback passes, hiding a guy, shit like that. You have to, and then the referees say, yes, it's legal, or no, it's not legal. Now, I see where Auburn is very pissed off because his body language did show that he was running off the field, or that he was walking off the field. Mm-hmm. Now, it is their fault for not noticing that guy's standing over there.
That he stayed in the game? He never went off the field?
Right. It's their responsibility to notice that guy's still there. That cornerback should be looking at the entire thing instead of just right here at the coach.
Well, don't you have and don't you have coaches that will count players every time? Even the opposing coaches.
Yeah, you got guys in the booth yelling, "Hey, there's a guy! There's a guy! There's a guy! Get him out!"
Yeah, I think it's kind of a whiny stance. I mean, there's been a lot of stuff on social media about Auburn. Even the president released something, and they're wanting to take the win away or make it a tie. If we wasn't up by 7, who's to say we wouldn't have scored on that anyway? That possession.
Correct.
And then who's to say if you're not up, you play differently? Well, of course you would. So. Maybe we slow roll a little bit offensively.
It's live with it. It's a Lane Kiffin tactic, and Lane Kiffin is the reason why a lot of these rules are in there now. Because he would do that. He would try to manipulate every rule that he could. Lane Kiffin is almost cheat to win. Push it to the limit as far as you can.
He gonna take the Florida job this time?
Who, Lane? No, he's staying Ole Miss.
Think so?
Oh yeah.
What other job brings him out of Ole Miss? Alabama?
I don't think anybody wants him.
Oh, I disagree.
I wouldn't want him as a coach. I don't like his metrics. I don't like him.
Yeah, but he's made Mississippi football relevant. They really haven't been relevant. They are relevant.
They haven't been relevant since Eli was there. But
yeah, I mean, that was only 2 years, and they played OSU in the Cotton Bowl.
Exactly.
So 2 teams that generally have not been known to be relevant was relevant.
But I still wouldn't want him as a coach. Yeah. The way that he is, I just don't like. That's why I'm surprised they brought Hugh Freeze back. And Hugh Freeze is all preaching Jesus now. And I was very surprised that Hugh Freeze was brought back after. Didn't he have the was he the boat scandal with the strippers?
Mm-mm.
Which one was he?
I have no idea, but they had some impermissible stuff go on, and then they're sitting there going, "We're getting cheated here," and it's like, dude,
Right.
relax.
So my surprise for that game was Hugh Freeze for the first 3 games holding Jackson Arnold back from big passes, goes into the OU game and just starts attacking deep balls. Just starts having Jackson just throw the deep ball.
Well, you watch that game. I
And
listened to
again,
it.
we couldn't get the rushing back on.
No, we have a rushing issue. But you look at, I thought Cortland Guillory, true freshman corner, you leave him with Cam Coleman. Pull up, Sean, see if he had 3 catches for 88 yards, I believe.
Who's that?
Cam Coleman. That guy, he's top 10
Yeah.
NFL talent.
Yeah,
top
they
10
said
wide receiver.
they said that already.
And he can't even come out this year. He's only a sophomore. He still comes back
Wait,
next
no,
year.
how old is he?
Oh, that's true.
Remember
has he gotta be
Tommy?
21?
Remember Tommy did it. Tommy was
20, is he 20? I don't think he's that old, though.
I think you have to be 21. You have to be 21 or a junior.
He's 19. No, he can't.
Okay,
come out.
Tommy was a junior and was like one of the youngest players in the NFL.
And he's an Alabama kid as well. 6'3", sophomore.
Yeah, I bet that gets you all going.
And a little skinny, but he needs to get put on some weight. But he's got
skinny.
another 2 years to do that. So, but the guy's excellent. 3 catches, 88 yards. He had a touchdown. I thought that both teams came in pretty much like I expected with an SEC game is stop the run, make your quarterback win the game. I thought Jackson Arnold looked pretty good at times, still holds on to the ball too long. It's something that last year at Oklahoma he would have ran a lot faster and a lot more. Unfortunately, this year he took a lot of sacks.
He did, and had 10, which
School record.
And you saw the video where I said, hey, sacks don't count for points. And the guy goes, one of them
The
did.
last one did, yeah, or one of them did, yes.
Mateer does need to take care of the football a little better. He's getting a little loose with it. He had a lost fumble, and didn't he throw another interception?
Yeah, he threw a pick.
Yeah, so that's...
No, he didn't throw a pick in that game, did he?
I know, he just had the lost fumble.
Yes.
But it seems to be one turnover from him every game so far. And now we've got Hawkins, who needs to get ready and get fired up. But here's the thing. What's-his-nuts coming in after halftime completely tore up Auburn's offense. Like they looked lost after he came back in. And,
you're talking about Mason Thomas.
Yeah.
Or Mason. Yeah. Oh God, he won. He won defensive SEC defensive player of the week.
Here's the thing. He had 4 total tackles, and they were all 4 solo. 2 sacks and 2 tackles for loss.
Yeah.
Well, I guess those are the sacks.
Same. So he was the SEC defensive player of the week, and he played half the damn
game.
ball. And he's a guy that could have come out last year. Him coming back in this defense, he's top 15, top 20 pick.
Yeah, we do have a guy that's doing really well, and is it
Stone had a really good game.
Omashingo?
He's young.
Isn't he from Florida State?
No, I think he's one
Who's
of our
the
guys.
defensive? We have a defensive lineman from Florida State.
You sure it wasn't Marvin Jones?
Might be.
Because his dad's coaching the Tulsa team.
Okay, so
The Oilers.
Right, but we have a guy that is he's starting defensive line. He came from that Florida State team that everybody left whenever they went to shit.
I don't know. That's a good question.
I've read an article on the Florida State transfers, and a majority of them are starting.
Oh, and Heineke, he broke something in his hand during the game.
Yeah, what is up with that?
So they taped him. I don't think he's going to miss any time.
Well, yeah, he's defense. They'll just make him a club.
Obviously, Mateer, hand surgery on the bone. I don't know exactly.
How did he made it through the whole thing?
He did.
Didn't tell anybody. Probably happened during the fumble.
Everyone is saying Hawkins. We watched Hawkins last year, and I thought Hawkins was a little bit like, what's his name? Our former quarterback we just talked about. Arnold. Kind of a run-first guy. Pocket starts to collapse and takes off.
And OU needs
and
to
they said
notice that.
They said that's something they've been really working on with him, and his improvement's been much better.
Okay, OU needs to work on look at the Hugh Freeze plan that they've done Because I mean, what Jackson Arnold's got 3 coaches.
That's what they say.
He's got a 3 coaches for. He got a coach for every down. So, look at that and see. We'll use Hawkins that way.
All right.
Short ball.
But anyway, good win. 4-0, 1-0 in the SEC. It's what you expect. What you expect to do. Those type games you got to win because you were the favorite. Not by much, but you were the favorite. 3.5, I think. Or was it 6.5? They covered. It was 6.5. That last safety made them cover, and I thought, poor sunbetters going, you sons of bitches. But no, it was just an exciting game. But you've got to get the running game going still. Now, good news. Picked up the number 1 and number 2 player in the state. Recruiting. I don't know if you saw that news.
It's possible we're going to get some guys from Oklahoma State. Some of the good guys from there.
Kejuan Jones' son's probably one of them.
But they can't. They can technically transfer now, but they couldn't play.
Correct.
There is a certain rule that you could play for transferring, but it's a different rule than your coach leaving or being fired.
Correct.
So.
Anyway, I was talking about I had the Cooper Hackett flips from Texas Tech to Sooners. He's the number 1 kid in the state of Oklahoma, offensive line. He had committed October 30th. I was going back to look because I couldn't remember exactly, but had offers from Auburn, Florida, Kansas State, Missouri, Nebraska, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Oklahoma State, Texas A&M, and more. 6'7", 250, number 3 offensive tackle overall.
So,
and he is the best.
I'm going to say
He's big. He's not. Which one was he? He's Fort Gibson, and then the kid from Bixby. The Spencer,
the really good Bigsby team this year that's nationally ranked, I believe.
Caden Penny, who was the number 2 in the prospect. He's Bixby High School offensive tackle.
Bixby High is the only Oklahoma team ranked.
Yes.
Which is crazy to me.
And he's the number 2 prospect.
There's no Norman team. There's no Putman team.
So the 1 kid and the 2 kid, well, that's West. The 1 kid and the 2 kid in the state of Oklahoma, both O-line, both committed to OU within the same few hours. So.
And the good thing is these wins help, and you also look at it. Where would you want to go play football? Do you want to go play where you get money and just get to play, or do you want to go play where you end up in the NFL?
Well, I think
and OU has a lot of guys in the NFL right now.
I think what's helped Texas build besides money.
Because
they've had proof.
But the OU players are sustained. Like I said, Billy Bowman in the Atlanta Minnesota game.
Sure.
I didn't expect him to have that big of an impact. I didn't expect him to have a Sauce Gardner impact.
And
he already has.
And seeing what's great about that is you see all them guys that are in the NFL that go later. This year, we're going to get some guys go in the first round, and that's where everyone starts to pay attention to your program. They're not real cool about your 5th round pick because it's not high classy and the money's down. Even if they made the team, see, we got to.
That was Danny.
We got to promote that when they do good things and season and when they sign that first big contract, after the rookie. Yeah.
But then you look at Texas and how many of the Texas players are sustainable in the
they're not doing anything. No.
Roshan Johnson not really doing anything. No. Blue not doing anything.
He's young, so he's still got.
I think Bijan's the highest Texas player that I can think of that's doing something.
And I think I'm sure there's some linemen out there that we're missing because there was one.
We don't.
There's one, but. That's what's going to be fun for OU then is the draft that's going to start showing those guys. Real quick, I want to step back. One thing I forgot to tell you and bookmark this for this day on this time of our
bookmarking.
I'm not picking Sam Pittman that I think he should get fired from Arkansas, but I think he's going to.
Yeah, end of season he'll be
unless he puts some good wins together. Don't be surprised if he ends up in some form or fashion at Oklahoma State. And I'm not saying the head, but if you're looking for a guy that wants to coach the next year after getting fired, you want an O-line guy and assistant head coach.
Oh yeah,
you bring
advisory role or something.
No, put him as the O-line coach, assistant head coach. Pay him good money, and he's at OSU. Got a place at Grand Lake.
All right,
so he's a.
Kenny would love to have a place at Grand Lake. All right, well, let's do a quick Week 4 rundown. After that.
Oh, the other games.
Missouri, South Carolina, Missouri by 9, which was crazy. I believe South Carolina should have been the better team, but
Well, now you got to remember they scored 11 points right at the end to run away from that. So South Carolina led the whole game after that horrible showing last week before to Vanderbilt.
Florida defense stepping up, but the offense still inept.
Also give up
26-7.
Give up 13 points in the fourth as well.
Right, and you're at 7 to 13.
It's 13 at
going
0
into the
half, yeah.
fourth.
I think Lagway, did he even finish? I don't know if he's going to play this week.
I don't. Didn't he get injured?
Yeah,
I know
I don't know if
Sellers is still injured.
He played though, I think. So yes,
I know there was. You and I have a big rant about
Oregon did not cover, bastards.
Yeah, crazy that Oregon did not cover against an 0-3 Oregon State, and they gave up 1 touchdown.
Maybe looking ahead.
Houston, Texas, Little Arch Manning thinking that he's a big boy standing over a Sam Houston State linebacker.
Yeah, that was cute.
Yeah, that was real cute.
Remember
Surprise win for the week. Indiana slaughtering Illinois.
Not surprised for me. I picked him to win in our
But that big?
I picked him to win in our
That
picks.
big.
Oh, yeah, I knew it. No. I know. I had him 38-30.
Don't even. Son of a,
I had him 38-31.
63-10 was not. Ole Miss did beat Tulane. I think Tulane's
Big cover.
But I think Tulane's hopes of being the group of 5
Done.
it's still there.
Maybe.
I think they still have the better group.
They got to win out.
They do. They have to go undefeated.
That's not a bad loss, but God, it's a big one.
South Florida, I can't remember if they play each other this year, but South Florida has to win out too, and they have a chance. So those two, still the leading group of 5.
Well, and they have, they lost to Miami, but they did beat Florida. They beat Boise.
Texas Tech looking a hell of a lot better from last season over Utah. There's 34-10. Did you watch that game?
Which one? No. I kind of was keeping up with the score, and I'm like, you got to remember, it was baseball.
Right. I was watching it, and I was
just keeping up with the
surprised.
Score, and I was like, but Texas Tech, they're spending money at Tech.
And there goes our hopes for Dillingham having Dillingham, not Dillingham. Who's the coach?
You're talking about the guy at Utah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see his face.
Good.
Been there forever.
God, how Dirk? No.
Not Drinkwitz, not Dirk.
Let's start with a D. Anyways, 34-10. Good for them.
Am I drawing a blank?
Georgia Tech 45-24 over Temple. That shows that OU is probably the better. And Hayes
Kirk
King.
something, isn't it? Kyle Winningham.
Winningham. I knew
Spit that out. Yeah, you knew it was a W. Whatever.
Michigan 30-27 over Nebraska. That was a win that Nebraska needed. Purdue gave Notre Dame hell in 56-30 by scoring 30 points. Notre Dame has a very big defensive issue right now.
Yeah, and that's kind of been the shock of that. USC goes to 4-0. They play Illinois this weekend. USC very quietly building a really good defense there. I know some fans around here don't want to hear it. He has changed philosophies
until the end of the season. Until the end of the season, I'll believe it.
I think they make the play.
I don't believe anything until the beginning.
Because remember, we looked at their schedule.
We gotta get through this, dog.
And I know, but I think we looked at their schedule, and they only had.
Oh, they got Oregon.
Yeah, but there wasn't a tough schedule.
No, they got a cake schedule. It's possible that they win.
Because they'll play Illinois, who's ranked, but they're not really. They shouldn't be ranked. Then you got Michigan, Notre Dame, Nebraska. And then you go from Northwestern, Iowa, UCLA, and that Oregon game is going to be the tough one.
That's what I'm saying. So the Illinois, the Oregon, and the Notre Dame.
But you potentially could going in, if they can beat that Notre Dame or that Michigan, they're undefeated until Oregon.
Arkansas losing by 1 point to Memphis, and all they had to do was control the ball. Arkansas had the game, and all they had to do was control the ball.
It's things like that get your coach
and it
fired.
Gets knocked out.
Yeah, that's what gets your coaches fired.
And then we have a quietly good Maryland team, 4-0, 1-0 in the Big 12.
Very quiet.
27. I hear that their defense is very good. Syracuse shocks Clemson with a 34-21 win.
Just like we talked about, no Neal.
Right. TCU beats SMU 35-24, and everybody's being heavy on the what is that coach's name?
The Pony? Oh, we're talking about
TCU's.
It's what's his dad coached at
June Jones.
No. His dad used to coach at Skip.
I know.
Not Holtz. God, what is his name? His dad was forever at Texas Tech. Why can't we think of his name? We're having bad. That's usually your deal.
I'm well aware.
I can usually remember the coach's name. Sonny
Dykes.
Dykes. That's it. Sonny Dykes.
Other than that, nothing real shocking. UCF is 3-0. They beat.
I said 4-0 earlier. Sorry, 3-0.
They beat North Carolina.
They had that weird early bye week.
Other than that, I believe
Pretty
there was
boring.
nothing.
Pretty boring.
Oh, Duke beating NC State.
Nothing.
I know, but that's the shocker. Of course, Kansas beat West Virginia.
Let's flip over to this week.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if I think that's Arizona beat Baylor. Arizona State beating Baylor.
So this week's
BYU still undefeated.
This week's
I forget there's late games now.
Yeah, this week we're picking LSU, Ole Miss, Bama, Georgia, Oregon at Penn State. So get to those three. Let's preview those and then move on. So
all right, week 5. So we don't have an OU game.
No. And we're not picking OSU.
Florida State, Virginia. Can't wait to see how bad that goes for Virginia.
No, just go to our 3 picks since we're running behind.
Okay, dude. They're just Tulane's going to come into Tulsa and
Kill them.
I'm sorry, Tulsa. What were our 3 games? We got Kentucky, South Carolina,
Bama, Georgia, Oregon, Penn State, and LSU, Ole Miss. So you pick which one you want to go first, and we can get on it.
I'm just going to find out whichever. Okay, LSU, Ole Miss is the first one that pops up. And it right now is a Ole Miss 1.5 favorite.
Correct.
With a 57. I'm going to give LSU the win in this.
On the road.
On the road. 41-35.
41-35. I like Ole Miss in this. I think LSU's got a pretty good defense. Their only good win was against Clemson, and as we've seen with Clemson now, that's not so great. Who was their whoever they beat in the SEC wasn't anything good. I'm going to go Ole Miss. I like your score as well. I'm going to go 42-38. Upset.
Another game that we really need to that is going to be a sneaky good game. Auburn, Texas A&M.
I don't think so. I think Texas A&M is really good.
Right, but
and it's
I
at A&M.
think Auburn's staunchy defense is is what's gonna keep them in the
Agreed.
game.
They've got good defense. I think A&M looks really just good, and they are Oklahoma.
Okay, here it is.
Heavy.
Here it is. Baylor is a 21.5-point
So
favorite.
it's moved
over Oklahoma
up.
State.
It's moved up. Yeah, gotcha.
What am I looking for?
Bama, Georgia, or Oregon, Penn State. Let's do Bama, Georgia. That's Georgia was 2.5 spread.
Is that a late game?
It
is.
It's a little late. Yeah, they've got that damn Auburn. Who's the 2:30 game that's really good?
I think it's the Auburn, Texas.
Is that what it is? Damn, they should have put Georgia in, which I see why they did it. Because
3:15's Tennessee, Mississippi State, and I know that's going to be fun to
the
watch.
SEC network probably.
No, they're. Oh yeah, it is network. I don't know why. As people are talking up that.
All right.
Yeah, that's a 2:30 ESPN game.
Bama, Georgia.
And the LSU Ole Miss is ABC.
I know who you're going to pick.
I'm going to take Georgia. I'm going to take Georgia in a this is a low-scoring affair. I'm going to say, well, no. I'm going to go 27-24.
I like Bama to go into Georgia and beat them straight up.
You can only hope. You really can.
31-28 final. I think they score a late field goal. Bama needs the win. Georgia give up a lot of points to Tennessee.
They did.
Tennessee not shoulda, but very easily coulda won that game. I'm not gonna say they should have because Georgia made the plays at the end of the game.
I'm starting to believe that Tennessee might be a little better than Alabama.
That's possible. That is possible. Do they play this year?
I do not.
Yes,
Yes,
they
do.
would.
They do. They have their return game.
Yeah.
Right. And
then we got the big whiteout,
Why?
the night game.
Okay, so
at Beaver Stadium.
Is it at Beaver? No, it's at Penn State.
That's the Beaver Stadium. Yeah, Penn State.
That's
what they call it.
I thought that was Happy Valley.
Well, it's Happy Valley, but they call it Beaver Stadium.
Why would the Beavers? There's no Beavers there.
I'm just saying. It's what it says right there, Beaver Stadium.
One of the things about that is they said that Oregon is going to be wearing glow-in-the-dark sneakers or cleats.
And they're wearing white jerseys. Even though it's a whiteout, they're
with glow-in-the-dark sleeves.
Yes. Oh, really? The sleeves?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. Give me Oregon. Give me Oregon in a 38-35 win.
What is it? Sorry.
Oregon, 38-35.
You do realize they're favored. Penn State is by 3.5, which surprises me. Surprises me.
Again,
I like Oregon as well. I don't like it as high. I'm gonna go
Penn State
23-20, low scoring. Allard does not have a good game, but their defense plays outstanding. It's just they lose another freaking game.
Franklin
They shouldn't.
needs to prove something.
They need to win this game.
He loses a game every season that he should not lose.
No, I totally agree. Okay, there's our football news. Want to talk real quick a little bit about what'd you think about the 3 teams that were relayed this week for SEC? We're moving to a 9-game schedule. We're going to get the same 3 teams.
We have Missouri, Texas, and Ole Miss, and I know that Kiffin was a little tiffed about not having Vanderbilt, but every coach understood that it's what had to happen.
Yeah, because I think they were kind of those ones that were out there going, well, you kind of have to. Hold on. Okay.
I don't know what you're doing over there.
No, just these damn pop-up ads. I was trying to see. They were ranking the hardest to easiest. Of course, OU's going to set there at number 3, having one of the hardest. We got Mississippi, Texas, and Missouri. So 2026. I am surprised
that they did give us Ole Miss.
So 26, we're going to Missouri next year. Mm-hmm. Mississippi's at home. Obviously, Texas is neutral. So I thought, Arkansas got a tough one. LSU, Missouri.
They restarted some
Texas.
old ones as well.
And then they tied for the hardest with A&M and or no, maybe it was Arkansas. Yes, Arkansas and A&M tied. Sorry. A&M got Texas, LSU, Missouri, which Missouri is quietly being pretty good again this season. But Columbia, we need to go next year if it's an earlier game and not an ice storm. But unless we got Vanderbilt, I want to go to. Come on, let's get a home away schedule.
What is
for
up with
Vanderbilt.
you and goddamn
Want to
Nashville?
go to Nashville? I've never been.
Nashville's trash.
No, it's not trash.
It is
Everyone
trash.
that goes loves it.
Yeah, for people like you.
No, just to go. It's somewhere to go.
I said let's go to Birmingham, and you said no.
Trash.
See, right there. Birmingham is better than Tennessee.
What was in Birmingham, by the way?
Oh, Tuscaloosa was down the way.
Oh, gotcha.
We could have went.
But I don't want to go to their homecoming. I already told you that. That's friggin' nuts to try to go to their homecoming. They're going to be so pissed off, and we've both got them penciled as a loss.
Yeah.
And all of our other friends said we
friends.
can't go there to any more road games because we lose. We bring a losing streak with us. We got to go.
But the thing is I've got a lot of Alabama fans down there, or friends down there.
Sure.
So I'd be fine. I'd end up running into them all over the stadium.
All right, let's get to the NFL.
Possibly an ex-girlfriend.
We recap of last week. I thought, obviously, the Thursday night game was a snooze. Bills beat the Dolphins. I thought the Dolphins played their best football of the year, though. They actually played fairly well. Defense did okay.
Oh, this is last week. I was like,
yeah,
what?
This
Wait
is a
minute.
recap. And then the Patriots, the Raiders, the Cowboys, those teams still are not any good. The big upset.
Did you say the Patriots?
Yeah, they're not any good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're better, I think, but Steelers aren't any good. But the big upset was the Browns beating the Packers on the last-second field goal. Do you realize?
I told somebody at the bar that I said if I would have known that 13 other people had taken that for the Survivor, I would have changed my pick to the Colts.
Yeah, but I mean, it's fun to not know that. So that you just pick your team.
I want to know who's not.
Next year we're doing it or next time we're going to do it on our app, like the Sleeper app has. We'll just do it that way. That way, no one knows. You got to punch.
Somebody's got to control that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they would. I don't think you can look.
You're gonna have to get those people to download it, and a lot of those people are
They
not
can
very
do
savvy.
it. They can have their wives or girlfriends download it. But no, the Browns beat the Packers. I was reading a thing about gambling, and 1.1 billion just in the U.S. I think it was just U.S. went on the money line for the Packers to win, one of the largest ever. And you think, God, is there something going on? I mean, gambling does take an interesting turn at times, but why? Everybody's got the Packers penciled in the Super Bowl already after 2 games, and they don't even worry about the lowly Browns. It's like the Browns do have a good defense. Don't get me wrong.
Browns have a really good defense.
And that's the problem is they probably – I'm not going to call it a generational defense, but damn, it's close.
Who is their coordinator now?
It's really close. Isn't it still Schwartz?
Is it still Schwartz?
And let me see. I'll see. I think it's Schwartz.
Remember, didn't he coach that team at one point?
No, I don't. I think it was.
He was interim, wasn't he?
Yes, or something. My favorite. Yeah, he's Jim Schwartz is still there.
I hate that guy.
And but no, he coached Bills.
That's the one coach. aside from Harbaugh, and that goes back to the Bears, he's the one coach I want to punch in the face.
All right, anything else?
I don't think there was a Eagles Rams turned out to be a very close ball game, which I was surprised a little more by that.
Yeah, because the Rams led the whole game.
And I'm going to tell you right now, Buccaneers could easily be 0-3. They tried to lose to the Jets.
It's what good quality teams do, is they win those close games. They win those close games. So
you keep saying that your luck is not going to last that long. Or the Buccaneers
injuries are really catching up to us
Baker
right now.
Mayfield and a sore throwing arm.
Evans out for a while. Now Godwin can come back this week.
Did you hear what they asked Mayfield about? What play was better? The Egabuka one-handed grab or the touchdown?
Oh yeah, that was pretty.
And
good.
he was like,
these rookies making my
disrespecting my passes.
It was pretty good. Ibuka's been good. Go back to our draft episode. I said it when we picked him up. It was one of the steals in the first round.
This year.
Yeah, well, we did after the fact, a recap, and
but still,
it was one of the
3-0 Buccaneers girls. Come on.
Well,
you've barely beaten three shitty teams.
I did not put them down for our 3 picks this week.
Why not?
Falcons was the biggest surprise.
Yeah, Falcons.
And not that they lost because it's a division game, and I don't think they're that great. I think they have a horrible coach. I think that
a lot of questions for that game.
But 30-0 of how they lost. That was
to the Panthers.
Yes, that's what. And Penix got pulled, and Cousins played some. So go to the stats on that. I don't know how much he played, because I know a Kirk Cousins bystander shot me a text.
Your son?
Yes, Cousins is in. Yeah, 5-7. So
looks like he just played in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
They might have just pulled him as a precautionary. We're already down this much.
I think after you throw 2 picks and he's a young quarterback, you don't throw him as precautionary. He's down 30-0, so he's not scoring anything. All right, let's get to our pick.
No, I said precautionary so he doesn't get injured.
Oh, well, okay. Well, let's get to
You're already down that much. Don't try to.
Sure.
Don't try to force it. I don't think there was any real big shot. I know defense. The name of the game this year or this week. This last week for the NFL was defense. I mean, there was a crazy amount of block kicks and then the Lions taking away a 38-30 win over the Ravens.
It was a fun game to watch. It wasn't like it was a great game because I think there was a lot of mistakes by both sides, but it was a really entertaining football game to watch. The Chiefs game was hard to watch. Very hard. Jackson Dart will be the starter from now on.
I didn't even try.
And I'm talking, they didn't say just next week. They said he is the starter the rest of the season.
I just want to say, Danny Dimes, Dayball, why are you still in New York? Why is Dayball still there?
They're going to let him ride out the rest of the year.
How much contract does he have left?
This will be his last year. I don't know about contract, and then he'll have an OC job in a heartbeat.
He fought so hard to keep that job, and it's not my fault.
All right.
Firing this guy. This guy's bad. Look how much better they were.
Yeah, we're about to our deadline.
Yeah.
All right,
look how much better they were whenever they had Daniels as quarterback.
Oh, I know, and he looked horrible there, and now he looks like. But now let's not forget. Before we hop on the Colts to the Super Bowl train,
I'm not going. I'm just saying.
I mean, they've won more games than I said they would already.
Right. I'm just saying that Daniels looks night and day.
But they really have.
But then you look at New York winning those games, and you're like, was it Daniels that?
Not necessarily.
That was helping keep them in the games.
Yeah. But I think though that you look at who they've played as far as the Colts go, they've not played anybody of significance, and we bought into the preseason drama for the Broncos, and we were wrong. So I just don't think they're that good, and their defense hasn't played up to what it was, and Nix doesn't look like he's going to be.
Like I said, I can tell by the fantasy football transaction, the waiver wire.
Everybody's moving, yeah.
I'm just changing defenses.
All right, here we go. Let's get to our picks real quick.
My issue is I've got a bench problem.
We'll go to let's do the Monday night game first because it's one of they have 2 Monday night games. Let's do the Jets and Dolphins because that game looked so ugly.
Boring.
But I thought it would be a close pick. I didn't pick any blowouts, and this is not going to be a blowout.
Jets 17-13. I don't know why I'm taking that.
All right, and let's go 17-13.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go Jets as well. I'm going to go a little higher. I'm going to go 31-27. All right, next game, Vikings at Steelers. Carson Wentz makes his second start.
Game, is it?
No, we're just picking games.
Okay, that's going to be in Ireland as well.
Yes, that is. Is that now? What time is that here? Is it early? Okay,
8:30 a.m.
Sunday.
And Aaron Rodgers is already pissy. He's already bitching about the travel and all that. Minnesota's a 2.5-point favorite with Carson Wentz as the starting quarterback still.
Yes, Wentz plays.
Yeah, give me Steelers.
Okay, Sean takes the Steelers.
This is a 38-17 game, and I hate to say that.
Oh boy, so you're saying big time. 27-24, Vikings beat them. All right, let's move on. Ravens and Chiefs. Chiefs aren't good.
Baltimore
run game is not.
Hey, 1-2 Baltimore versus 1-2 Kansas City.
Running game.
I don't think anybody saw that coming.
Running is not good. We've talked about the Chiefs
they don't have a
for
run
years.
game. They're getting Xavier Worthy back, so that is a plus for them. They still don't have a stout run game. They don't have any studs back there, and I don't understand why Reed has really not gone after anybody.
They ain't got no money. They're gonna have to. Unless you see some interesting. Who are they going to trade? They ain't got anybody. They're just not that talented.
They could trade.
I mean, they're missing a lot of pieces. There's no stars on that offense except the center and Patrick Mahomes. That's it.
Xavier Worthy's back.
Kelsey needs to retire. He is just taking up their money.
Oh, he's taking out players.
Yeah. So I mean,
he's taking out money, taking out players.
It's his time to go. So this probably will be his last year. But anyway, I've got
getting that Swifty puss.
I've got this one big. I got 31-17 Ravens.
Yeah, I'll take a shit. I'll take a 38-24.
Okay.
I think Kansas City gets some garbage time touchdowns.
And what's interesting is they're going to talk about what a bad loss it is at their home.
And what is Derrick Henry? Is he going to fumble again?
That has been just unbelievably.
It's
almost humorous. Yeah, I feel bad for the guy, but it's
like he's all of a sudden reverted back to his Alabama form. Great runner, but
it's like Tetris shit, or it's like that Tecmo Bowl shit. You know that one joystick move, button move, you can get it. Yeah,
pop the ball
out.
Pop
the ball out. So
Bears at Raiders.
Bears get another win, 2-2.
You think they go?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Commanders Falcons. Easy win for the Commanders.
No Terry, no Jaden, no Terry McLaughlin.
Yeah, but just like you said, Mariota was playing.
Falcons win that one. That's going to be a Falcons win. Yes,
win?
I do. I think the Falcons kind of got to right that.
Bills Saints no ball game there.
Lions beat the Browns pretty.
And here's my problem. I've got the tight end. And here's the issue. If Josh Allen isn't passing in this game and they can just run, this is going to be a run-heavy game.
Oh, for sure.
And they're not going to be passing as much.
15.5-point spread, too. And it's at home.
Browns-Lions, I think that's going to be a fun game to watch.
Lions win.
No, they're going to win.
I think they cover the 10.5.
Hold on. Creston and I have both running backs on the Lions.
Yeah.
And the Browns are the best run defense.
Yes.
So that just moots that point out.
Browns won their Super Bowl already.
They beat the Packers.
So, yeah, beat the Packers.
Eagles Bucks.
Eagles win.
Oh, quite heavily.
Yeah. I think that's going to be easy.
Colts Rams. We're going to get to see finally the Colts defense against a good offense.
Rams win. Not a good offense.
Jags Niners.
Brock Purdy's back. We'll see how that goes. Remember, one of the easiest schedules.
Yep. Cowboys Packers. You think the Packers are back?
Packers get back.
The Micah Parsons return game.
I think that's kind of hokey pokey type shit. It's at Dallas's home. I think Dallas keeps it closer, but the Packers.
And a quick Bengals Broncos.
Broncos win. They get back on the.
Jake Browning. Yeah. How long until Turf Toe gets back?
Are you talking about? I don't think he's coming back this year.
What?
Didn't he have surgery?
I don't know. Just know he got turf toe.
All right, thank you all for joining us.
Oh no! Oh, the rant.
Oh, I don't have one.
You said you had one.
You know, I the more and more I thought, okay, just real simple. Listen, you got a guy that you bring a guy that comes in, takes over your program. Yes, there was a small portion of success before with Les Miles, but the guy comes in, he's one of your sons of the program. You bring him in. Yeah, he gets mouthy. Yeah, he's cocky, but you got to win the games, and that's what he done. I think what they did to Mike Gundy was wrong. I know why they done it, and they would have done it to anybody else. But that type of guy, you don't even hint at the word firing until it's at the end of the year. Mm-hmm. Don't give me your shit about you wanting to get started trying to find another coach. There's going to be a ton of coaches lined up to take that job. You can fire them the day after the end of the season. Those coaches you're wanting are still working. So no one's getting ahead of you. OSU, you're not going to outbid any of these big boys to get coaches. And don't think you're a better program than, Alex Golish was one from South Florida. That's a lateral move to me. And that might be even a drop because you're looking at South Florida recruiting. Oh
yeah.
You could bring people there just because of the weather they're going to like better, and all those Florida kids could stay close. Exactly. So no, my deal was he shouldn't have been fired, and I think it's a lot of politics. I think it's a lot of behind the scenes shit we don't see that caused it. Whether Mike forced their hand to do it now, that's possible. I don't know, but that's my rant. Second thing is my other mini rant. Texas Rangers, you're out of the playoffs. Just take a nap. It's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna do.
Let
I was
those
gonna do
Indians
a quick
slide
baseball.
back on in.
So in the AL, Toronto, Yankees, Mariners have all clinched. Right now, there's a dogfight between the Guardians and the Tigers for first and Central, and also between the Guardians, Tigers, Red Sox, and Astros for the for the wild card.
But I want to tell you this. Look at the run differential. We're still in -4. That shows you what our pitching has done.
Yeah, you guys had a very bad run differential.
And we're 8-2 in the last 9.
Before the run.
And we came back from 12. I think we were 12.5 back September 1.
Right.
If we win the division before the season's over, it will be the major league record biggest comeback to win a division.
Yeah, I read an article on the biggest collapses. And they're saying that Detroit is part of that now.
And I like Boston against
Detroit.
I do. I
so
like
in the NL.
Hey, go back, Sean, real quick. Is Boston still in the?
Yes, I just said that.
No, I mean, but do they need the wins? Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's one game. So Houston is one game behind you two.
Thank you. Okay.
Behind the
I knew
two,
Houston was.
but
I'm talking about the Red Sox. How bad do they need it?
They're literally 1 to 2 games.
Good. And do we figure out who Houston was playing that last series?
No, I'm going to get to the NL.
Go to the NL.
So Phillies won the East. Brewers and Cubs are already in. Dodgers and Padres are already in. Right now, it's a battle between the Diamondbacks, Reds,
and Mets.
But I believe that it's like a 5-game.
Mets are only up by 1. Click on there.
But I'm saying the Diamondbacks have the harder path. Yeah, Diamondbacks are 2.
Yeah, and the Mets are up by 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
So other than that, everybody, and Kenny really wants to see Houston real quick. So then we will, and we've got to get to the bank. And
oh shit, we got to do that too.
Yeah. Houston's playing the Angels. So.
Oh joy, that'll be a sweet.
So that's
all right, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. We'll see if I'm crying about the Indians and
Guardians.
We'll see how it goes. All right, see you next week. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, everybody.